sizizwe zonke akekho ofana nawe. Uphakeme Nkosi Jesu, uyabusa izizwe zonke akekho ofana nawe. Uphakeme Nkosi Jesu, uyabusa izizwe zonke akekho ofana nawe. Ingakho sithi bayede 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 bayede, hallelujah hallelujah, uyiNkosi yamakhosi. Bayede 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 bayede, hallelujah hallelujah, uyiNkosi yamakhosi.
Izinyelo siyezolweni, amakherubi namaserafi, awayeki yethu ingcwele, uyingcwele wengcwele Jehova sibawothi. Nezidalwa ezingamashumi amabili nane aziyeki ukuphosa imiqhele yazo phambi kwakho, zikubabaza zisho njengathi hallelujah. Sisho kuwe, sisho kuwe, sisho kuwe. Ezulu likulawula wena, emhlabeni likulawula wena. Kuzo zonke izindawo zithuthukisa wena. Hallelujah. Nkosi yamakhosi.
Kusho kuwe Mpumalanga, nakuwe Ntshonalanga, nakuwe Ningizimu neNyakatho. Amadolo azokukha, nezilimi zizomemeza, nezinhlanga lezizwe zonke ziyosho zithi. Kusho kuwe Mpumalanga, nakuwe Ntshonalanga, nakuwe Ningizimu neNyakatho. Amadolo azokukha, nezilimi zizomemeza, nezinhlanga lezizwe zonke ziyosho zithi. Yebo yes bayede. Shanjalo ku Queen of the Palace, as we are entering segment yethu yokuthi sikhulume about our topic yanamhlanje esivala topic yethu ye procrastination. Ninjani ke zithandwa zami, ninjani lapha emakhaya, ninjani lapho kwezwe lama social network. Sithi thina we are blessed and highly favored. It's Monday today, the weather is good, it's chilly and hot at the same time, and we are grateful. Saturday ke kwakubanda lento kuthiwani ini kuthiwani yenza imkantsha wenze njani ini amakhaza ashubisa umkantsha hayi umkantsha wawushuba Saturday, and waziswe ukuthi futhi this is ne women's conference and in an open space. Kodwa sathi ke as women wathinta imbokodo, wathinta abafazi, wathinta imbokodo, asivimbeki siyakhona lapha ya kubukhoneni benkosi, and it was a wonderful day. And I just want to say kubantu besifazana ababekhona on that day, 100 women in one place in that weather, I just want to say I congratulate you. Strong win. Unamandla ke unamandla. Ngithi ngiyakuvuma ukhona, you prove to yourself ukuthi ayikho into engakuvimba, ayikho into engakushintsha umqondo. When you've decided to do something, you do it egameni lika Jesu. Kanti ke futhi ke namhlanje kuseni siqalile nge-meditation. I must confess, for me today my body was heavy because it's been a long weekend. But again, you know what, I decided, I'm doing this thing, even though umzimba wami ubufile that 1 more hour to sleep or to kulala kancane. But again, you know what, because I'm in a mission to create in my life, I'm in a mission to see these things that I desire. I want them to manifest, I want them to be a reality, I want them to be tangible. I want to live a life where I know that God is proud of me. And God looks at Thabisile and he says, this is my beloved daughter in whom I am well pleased. That is my vision. Because if I'm walking on earth, I'm not controlled by guilt or condemnation, but I'm walking on earth and I know who I am, I know where I'm going, I know where I'm headed, my vision is clear, and I know that I'm doing a great job. That is what I want to achieve. So meditation is one of those things that centers me, that gives me a clear direction, and that allows me ukuthi ngiqale usuku ngendlela engifuna ukuthi ngiqale ngayo, and also be ready to face whatever the day brings to me, and especially when things are not going according to what I want. And we can see things are working out for us. We are and we are so excited. We are so excited. Including and we know we are headed to that direction, and umyeni wakho uzobe ilento le ayifunayo ngoba vese she has already started becoming that person afuna ukushada nayo, rather than ukuthi bayilo muntu mina ngizoba ilento engiyona wena iba ilento ezojabulisa mina. Cha, we meditation, we are learning ukuthi we become what we want other people to be, so that we influence them. And if you see by you don't attract what you want, but you attract what you are. So that means if you are crazy, you will attract crazy people. Sometimes abanye abantu baye bamena lokuthi why kuhlale kufika amadoda angekho kwi level yami, is because now awukho level yakho. So lungisi level yakho, then abantu abafuna ufuna ukuthi babe ku level. It's an indication ukuthi level okuyona yipi. Why hlale ngi attract abantu abangayona into efuna kushuthi konke okufuna uyilungise kuwena. So work on yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, do introspection, feel yourself, align yourself, be truthful, and look entweni. Actually, not even look entweni ongayithandi kuwena, look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of your faith. And while you are looking at him, what you see him to be, it will be manifested empilweni yakho. What you focus on will be revealed empilweni yakho. So umbuzo ukuthi ufocus kuwini. Are you focusing on my problems, or focusing entweni engahambi right? Are you focusing engabeni khona kwemali, engabeni khona kwemsebenzi? Are you focusing kwi injustice ekhona la emhlabeni? Are you focusing kubantu abenza into wrong? Or are you just focusing uNkulunkulu ukuthi you know what, he has my back, he's always with me, he knows ukuthi ngiyapi, and he's gonna protect me because I'm always protected. I am the beloved daughter of my Father. And if you look at yourself like that, because I will never be alone. People can reject me, people can move away from me, but you know what? I'm in the right path. If umuntu engasafanele ukuthi abe sekwipath yami, mayesuka kusho ukuthi akasafanele abe kwipath yami. But there are people, new people that are going to come in who are aligned with where I am, and people who are coming in my life are people who are going to make my life better, who are going to make my life easy, and are people that I'm going to enjoy to be around. Actually, everything is working out for me. Langia corner, life is good, life is amazing, life is great. There is what can I say? There are rays, there are rainbows, there are candies, there are sparkles, there are all these things, there are flowers that are singing, there is an aroma that makes my heart sing, there is that there is that brightness, that gladness, that beauty. My life is great, my life is beautiful. So yes, through meditation, that is what we do. So I'm asking you, come and join us every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and let us connect with God and become one with Him, because we are one with Him. It's just that we separated ourselves, so now we are coming back to be where He is, because God cannot follow us. Must move away. Njengendodana yolahleko, ubaba wendodana elahleka zangamlandela undodana wakhe, but wathi ngisekhaya ngikulindile ndodana yami. Even if you have messed things up, you have used your money, you have destroyed your inheritance, but I'm still here as your father, and I love you dearly, and when you come back, I will rush and receive you back, because you were dead but now you are alive. So now we are coming back to where the Father is, and it feels good to be home. It feels good to know that we are accepted no matter what we have done. We are loved no matter what we've done. And our Father is not going to remind us of the mistakes that we have made, but our Father is going to celebrate. He's going to call on a party. He's going to make a wonderful welcome. He's going to make a statement, which, you know what, this is my son. Actually, the Bible says there is no female, there is no male. So Mangiti, this is my son. Even you as a female, you are also included, because in our kingdom there is no gender. So sometimes there is no gender, there is no Jew, there is no Gentile, but it's pindas but we need to come to this alignment. There is no separation in our kingdom. In our kingdom there is oneness. In our kingdom there is unity. In our kingdom there is love, there is appreciation, there is compassion, there is love, there is joy, there is patience, there is long suffering. When things are not going accordingly, we are patient, knowing that they are going to turn around, because also at the same time we know everything has a season. There is time to laugh, there is time to cry. So if I'm laughing, it might be, there is a possibility that I'm going to cry, but when I cry, I know another season is for me to laugh. So there is also that spiral in life. So we accept that, because there's the law of life. But at the end of the day, we don't move from our position, because we know nothing can separate us from the love of God. Even tribulations, even nobumnandi, ngoba khona abanye abathi mase kumnandi ba move away from God, bakhohlwe, ba enjoy impilo. But if nongabe kuthiwa kumnandi sihleli kuye, noma kubhlungu sihleli kuye, because He is the source of our life. Singayaphi ngoba amazwi amazwi okuphila namazwi okuphila kuyena. If we move away from Him, how are we going to live? So we are just deciding to be rooted and to be grounded in Him, and say, it is well, I shall live and dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever 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 and ever. Uyabona kusungacabanga ukuthi ngisaqhubeka ngisasho noma sengisitsha that ngokwambe ukuthi angilokhu ngishilo nje, ngiyazi ukuthi ke phezulu ugcina mhlawumbe usuhambile ngithi and ever, but that is what I was trying to emphasize. So with our closing, we topic yethu ye procrastination. So what are the solutions manje? Isolution ke manje ile. We have 3 categories yama solutions. Number 1, you can use, remember ukuthi say procrastinator idwela kakhulu noma indulge with dopamine because they want to do things that feels good. If it's boring, they procrastinate. If it makes them feel the pain or perceive it as danger, up your eyes. Like for instance nje yini into ozongayithanda, I mean we procrastinate kufanele uyenze uthola ukuthi uzobuye uyenze ngimthathe by surprise. Okay, let's take that task that you are procrastinating right now, that thing that you should be doing. Like for me, I should be doing writing a course for this life coaching. I should be writing a course, but I keep on procrastinating. One of the things that Baba has asked me to do, he has asked me to create slides for him for Itombe that will go and be a cover for ECDM. So I keep on procrastinating. I don't know why, but it's like masakufuna lengenze. It's either masakufuna lengenze ngihlala phansi vele ngizele. So now we are just going to close our eyes and be comfortable and visualize. Let me visualize sitting down and enjoying and being excited that I'm sitting down and I'm designing those slides, 12 of them. I think there's 24 in total, and I'm sitting. As I'm sitting down, I feel this oomph and this joy and this excitement that I'm doing what I love. And as I sit down, I'm opening the PowerPoint, I feel inspired and I'm designing these slides and I'm so grateful, and it's like it's amazing. Dopamine is like being released, like there's a rush of dopamine. It's like, wow, I love what I'm doing and I'm excited. Uguti, at the end, finally, my songs are going to be on YouTube and you'll be able to listen. People are going to be able to listen to them. And now I'm looking at all these 24 slides. It's like, oh God, I finally finished them and I'm so proud of what I've done. Wow, 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 wow. So me just saying that, I want visualizing and enjoying the task. So it's not enough to do it once, because procrastinators, most of them have been wired to procrastinate. So this thing in their mind, when we're saying wired, we're talking about what is being said in the Bible. When the Bible says that needs to be demolished, like pulling down the strongholds, and there are strongholds. Those are wirings that have been there in our mind that end up causing us to do these things. So now when we change wiring, enjoying the task, then the mind is thinking what you are actually doing the task and you are enjoying it. Remember, this is what we've discussed most of the time, maskulum, about the mind. The mind does not know the difference between something that is being visualized or something that is happening that is actually happening. So you can take yourself and visualize, and the mind thinks it's actually happening. That is why it is important also that when we hate, the mind doesn't have a reference. You are hating somebody else, it thinks you're hating yourself. That is why the Bible says when you do something to somebody else, it's like you are doing it to yourself, because the mind doesn't have a reference. It's just the interpretation. But it's like you are hating yourself. Any emotion that you feel toward Ntogozo or toward that enemy is actually being felt by you. And every instruction, as you think your thoughts of hate and anger toward that person, it gives instructions to your cells to to defend themselves, and as they defend themselves, they are releasing cortisol, and the cortisol is not supposed to be in the body for a long time, because it's like danger. Then you go to fight and flight mode, and that flight and flight mode, it tells you to do a decision right now so that you are safe. Remember what we said? We said we are created instinct, we need to be safe. So when we have perceived danger, ingqondo yethu will do anything to protect ourselves. So nakwena-ke, when you have that enemy, ingqondo yakho ithi danger, and then it creates leo chemicals that are not supposed to be in your body for a long time. And then you'll find ukuthi abantu, they create those chemicals for a long time, and then those chemicals, they end up causing diseases empilweni zethu. So now visualize again. Number 2, it will be to gamify that, like make the task that you are postponing, make it as a game. Because games, you'll find like people who are addicted to Candy Crush is because they like that that challenge leo masebetholi reward, and then umuntu masetholi reward liyana ubone lezi izinto ezenzakala in Candy Crush, ekhombisa ukuthi well done, baze bakutshele namagama ukuthi well done, but you are a superstar. So we are addicted to those things ukuthi nansi lento lengitsho I'm a superstar. Woohoo! And so we get wired to that ukuthi ngizofuna futhi ukuyenza lento ukuze ngiyenze njani ngiwine, baze benze futhi ugijime urun against abanye abantu, and mawuwina these things ubona ukuthi the time lokhu wina njalo awukwazi ukuphuma kwi-game, because you have that rush and that because you are winning. So gamify, that means if you are doing a task, learn to reward yourself or ask somebody else who is accountability partner. When you've done what you've been wanting to do, then akube khona reward abakunikeza, like celebrating or bakuncome bakutshela ukuthi how wonderful you are, you've done great, bakushayela izandla izinto enjalo, so that your body will be wired. Because remember, procrastinators, laba thrill seekers, they are addicted to dopamine. So when you are being praised, khona leyo dopamine that is being released. And also another thing that you can do is to make a list. I remember I felt that one day when I was doing a to-do list, ngayenza, and then I checked out, ngithi mase ngenzile task, check out, ngathi mase ngifike ekugcineni sengithi sengiqedile kwaba khona le rush yenzakalayo, leyo satisfaction eyenzakala ukuthi I completed the task. So doing a to-do list and crossing off izinto, it gives you that sense of fulfillment. So you can start doing that because it will release dopamine at the end. Or bundling motivation, bundling motivation, that means you take the task that you've been procrastinating and you combine it with something that you love to do. Like for instance, ngithi mina esikoleni, if mangase bafaka ama games bawenze abe educational, lezi zinto ezifundwa esikolweni kodwa zifundwe through ama games, I think zonke ingane zingaba excited about ukufunda. So it's something like that, to take the task that you enjoy and then combine it with this task that you are tending to procrastinate and do it together, so that it will give you that motivation. And under dopamine strategies, the last one is that always look at the bright side of life. That means, you know what, like ingane lezathe zidla marshmallow ukuthi, you know what, if ngenza lento noma ngiqeda lo msebenzi, then my life is going to be better. That means let me look at, if I finish this task, then there is a reward of a better life, or of achieving lezi zinto engifuna, and I'm going toward a vision yami. And then we did discuss last time as is value, which one of the things when it comes to umsebenzi, one of the things that you can do if you are not motivated ngomsebenzi wakho and you're procrastinating emsebenzini will be to change your career. And we also did agree with it, that will be a long thing. Sometimes that will bring a sense of fear and anxiety ukuthi kona kumsebenzi ngizotholaphi manje. So now instead of just ditching umsebenzi with no plan at all ukuthi ufuna ukwenzani next, it will be good to use these strategies while you are working on changing your career. Might it happen ukuthi you are not enjoying umsebenzi wakho. And then mase kuba khona ke the second category, which is an environment, like contextual strategy. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Okay, contextual strategies. Because we are social beings, we are people who love to socialize, who love to have fun. COVID-19 has revealed to us that we are these social beings. Siyasibona even noma kade khona lento engiyenzeka ukuthi ubona abantu benga social distance ukuthi be social distance bafakile ama mask. Mase kuyayithatha ke nawe kuhambe nawe uye kwi social gathering uthola ukuthi nawe uzongayifaka imask mawushutha uthola nawe uzobahaga abantu yabona, because this thing is wired to us good. We want to touch each other, we want to have fun, we want to dance. Now kuba ungakujaja komunye umuntu, but mase sekuwena you'll find ukuthi kuba nzima ukuthi nawe ucontrol, because we are wired to be these social beings. So now, in order to help yourself to overcome procrastination, team up with these people that you want to be with and then ask them to do the task together, because mani ndawonye is going to be fun to do it together. Or do a buddy system. That buddy system, we say, you know what, ask somebody who is going to cheer you up, who's going to be your accountability partner. Yokuthi umtshela ukuthi uzukuthini, I'm a chronic procrastinator, so I want you to just cheer me on and then encourage me. If I'm feeling stuck, I will talk to you and then ngikhulume now so that you can cheer me up. I remember ukuthi nami there was a time la, even though it was not procrastination, but there was a time lying and feeling like giving up everything because of ama battles esasikuona ngenxa spiritual warfare. And then sometimes I will just feel like a cloud of darkness coming over me, and then my behavior will change, my emotions will change. So I decided to tell umyeni wami ukuthi yazi baba, when you feel me withdrawing and you feel me mhlambe ngiba in a state of depression, it's because that cloud has come over me. So to understand, and him knowing ukuthi understand yayingabi khona lento le ye guilt ukuthi buka ke manje sengigephi and I can't even pull myself up. And then he will understand, and then he will cheer me up, he will sing song, he will tell me ukuthi uyangithanda. And then I'm so grateful about those time, because ngesikhathi ngimenza ukuthi azi ukuthi yini engisuke ngibhekene nayo. He doesn't take it personally as if I'm fighting him, but he comes to a place where he understands. So now ke ngokunjalo, I know sometimes abantu bayawafihla ama weaknesses abo, but get that person that you trust, be open naye umcela ukuthi aku encourage. Mase kuba ama action takers, that is, let us surround ourselves with people who are taking action. Ngoba if unabantu abasebenzayo noma uyi-procrastinator, then you will be forced to kusebenza, because you have surrounded yourself with those people who get things done. So it's important to we surround ngobani. If you have lots of people who are procrastinators like you, make sure that you get other people who are action takers and surround yourself with those people, so that they will inspire you and also help you to create a more new habits of taking action and remove temptation. That is, if we go to sebenzele ekamereni and mase ekamereni mhlawumbe umbhedo uvela ukubiza uthi wozolala, then shintsha ke manje ungabusebenzele ekamereni noma wenze leyo task ekamereni. Or maybe mhlawumbe la ukhona kune TV and you end up ubuka iTV, then it means go and remove iTV or shintsha ispace uhambe uyosebenza kwenye indawo. Maybe mhlawumbe ubusebenzela endaweni ethile, hamba usebenzele kitchen and change the environment. And then you'll find that when the environment has been changed, then you'll be inspired to wenze leyo nto bukade postpone, because there are no stimulus now that stimulate you to continue procrastinating. Because as in amanye environments, they become like a stimulus ngizoyibeka kanjani, it's like anchored. It's like mangifike kule ndawo le I will do this. Like for instance uma ngabe pressed to go to the loo and you've been holding yourself ukuthi release, and then once you think about the toilet, what happens? You feel like releasing manje. Now you just need to distract yourself, think about the ocean. Think about something else. Don't think about ukuthi usufike etoilet ngoba ngeke uzufike. So that's the same thing. What once ucabanga about i-toilet khona i-disaster ezokwenzeka, so cabanga ngenye into. Uma ucabanga ngenye into, then kuba khona leyo delay enzakalayo. And then number 5 under contextual strategies, that is change the environment. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi sengichazile leyo when ukuthi suka la okade ukhona uhamba usebenzela kwenye indawo, or another thing esizayo, like for instance if you want to break habits, changing an environment also helps. Like for instance if you are struggling with a habit or a toxic behavior, or maybe it's either you want to change how you think or you want to change what you do, it seems it's so beneficial to go to a new place, a place where you don't know anyone, a place where you will have to learn ukuthi ama location ezinto akephi, and then begin working on changing that habit. Wiring of a new habit becomes easier. So now maybe go, when you want to work, go to Starbucks and work there. Uyazi ukuthi Starbucks kunabantu abaningi abasebenza. Go to a place where people are sitting with computers and they are working, and then when you go there you'll be inspired because you are in an environment and you will not necessarily do what you are used to doing mawule environment endala. And then masase sikhuluma ke about ama strategies that we call brain hacks, or that means we mean now you are hacking the brain. You are working with the brain. Ukushintsha, procrastinator. Number 1, we just say you start, it's a convict start. You just start. What does it mean? When your mind tells you no, you're tired, you just go on and do it anyway. When your mind tells you'll do it tomorrow, you open the computer and you start typing. You overpower that voice that tells you not today, tomorrow. You just carry on and you go through and you do it anyway. There is a lady saying she said, you know what, I was a chronic procrastinator when it comes to rising up in the morning. I will press the snooze button, press the snooze 5-second rule, something like that. And then she says, you know what, about one day I just decided to count 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just wake up from bed. Amazingly it worked. And then the next day 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then she waked up. You know what, I started from that moment starting to be able to wake up in the morning. And then she did a TED talk. I was asked to speak on the TED talk, and I spoke about the 5-second rule, and my life changed. And I had to write a book, and she became successful just by sharing a strategy which is similar than this one. Like this one, Masiti converse that is do it anyway, no matter ukuthi umzimba wakho wenze njani. It's like for instance mawusukuma nje lento yafana nokuthi madu press snooze button mawusuvukile ibuzibona bengihlushwa yini ngoba sengivukile manje, I'm okay, I should have done this thing 30 minutes later, I'm doing it now, maybe late, but kuyafana, I might as well do it now. So having a conversation in your mind. The next one that you can do, wording. So like for instance saying, hey, I should do this thing, I should be doing this thing. Should be doing, it tells your mind you are not going to do it. Okay, it's something that is far there, that is over there, and you might end up not getting there because it will always be over there. Even though you reach sports, like I should be doing it, it's always in the future. So the best thing it will be to say, no, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. If you say you are doing it, the body will follow, and then you'll end up doing that thing that you are procrastinating. You know what? I'm cooking, I'm just getting up with it. This thing yafana nokuthi, I remember there's been time uthola ukuthi ngiyanqena ukuthi ngiclean, and then mase ngiyitshele engqondweni yami ukuthi you know what, I might as well do it, because if I don't do it, but eventually I will do it. So I'm committing myself to do it. Okay. Another perfect example is this one. We used to have an office, and imoto yethu sasipaka kude. And then when you susuke office, you'll have to walk a distance before you reach the parking. And then every time finally ngivale office ngemotweni, I will have this thing, your frustration. I wish I was parking here. Buka nje imoto kude. I have to walk this distance, wara, and then I realized I'm torturing myself. I might as well tell myself I'm going to my car and I'm excited, good sing yahamba, and I have to be okay with I have to walk this distance and make myself happy, because after all I can choose to walk this distance happy, or I can choose to walk this distance grumpy. So I have to do it anyway. I can't fly. If I could grow wings, then I can fly, then there's something that I can do, but unfortunately angakabi khona kuleyo level ukuthi ngindize ngizondiza mase sengikumoya, but isifunale ngihambe. So I'm choosing to do it ngijabula. So change the words that you are using when you are doing a task as if you are already doing it. You'll find ukuthi umzimba uzofollowisha. And then number 3, create igama. Procrastination. Procrastination yenza ibe umuntu. And then have conversation naye. Just time mfethu ngeke phela uzungisabotage. Asimupheni igama sothini ubani sothi COVID-19. Hey COVID-19. Corona, noma sithi corona ke sakubulwa kuthiwa ingane ezinye sezobizwa ngocorona. Hey wena corona, ngeke phela manje uze ungisabotage. Ubukhuluma no procrastination ukuthi I am doing this thing. I'm not going to listen to you when ahamba ohlala laphana and mina I am working manje. Hey, leave me alone. You're not going to stop me. And when you do it like that, your mind thinks really you are speaking to someone and you want to do this thing anyway. So we are hacking the brain. And then masekuthi yokugcina is to have is to have a compelling vision. That is the last one. Ukuthi have a compelling vision about that thing that you want to do. Maybe you want to go to school, you've been procrastinating. Sengoqala next year. Usuzowaphela 3 years ulokhu uzoqala next year. So now have a compelling vision and make it bright and make it big. Even if when it comes to creating a vision board, of which that's one of the activities that we'll do, because I'm so crazy about vision boards. Create a vision board, seeing yourself having completed that thing that you've been procrastinating, and make it clear and put it where you are going to see every day. And the best place where we usually go all the time is ngoba every time you'll have to eventually go to sleep, so you can put it next to your bed where you are able to, when you wake up in the morning, you see it, or put it in the bathroom or a toilet and you are contemplating and thinking and you have your thoughts to yourself. So this is the best place la ungabeka khona vision board yakho uthi uma usa serious and you are in that place, yabona, you are able to look at this thing and think about it and see and inspire yourself, oh, this is where I want to go. So we have come to the end. Ento engiyaziyo ukuthi as a procrastinator, as I'm giving you this, other procrastinators will procrastinate the procrastination. Okay, also I was too big. I just feel like I can be injected by something that will make me do something. Kwamanje siyasabi vaccination because this vaccination will make us do something, but at the same time, food we want to be injected by something as ovela ingene kumina nje ingesisi izinto. So senze njani? We might as well make a decision. Yeah, but I am going to turn myself around. I am going to put these things into practice. So you can come back and listen again and again to this presentation, and also maybe give yourself a way to uthatha ama notes and go and practice lezi zinto, because until you do them, they are not going to be manifested empilweni yakho. Kulapha ku James chapter I believe it's chapter 1, Guti. You know what? Let us be the doers of the word. When we hear only and we don't do, we like people who look ourselves in the mirror, and before we know it, when we move away, we've already forgotten how we look like. So now, but when we look at the law of freedom and we actually apply it in zethu, we hear the word and we do it, then the blessing of God is going to be evident in zethu. So manje mawufuna isibusiso kaNkulunkulu ukuthi sibe evident empilweni yakho, kusho ukuthi enza egameni lika Jesu. Me, myself and I am blessed and highly favored. I am loved and I am happy. Ukuthi procrastination, we are going to use it for our benefit. Yes, we are going to listen to our bodies if we want to rest, but procrastination is not going to be a sabotager yokuthi singakwazi ukufinyelela la funa ukuthi sifinyelela khona. We will begin to love what we do and use motivation as one of those elements, which, you know what, I will do what motivate me, like what I'm doing right now. I love to talk about the mind. I love to talk about strategies and processes. All of my life, even when I was young, when I look back, it's like I will talk about understand yourself, what color, what kind of a person, personality types. I will do those such things. I will not feel stressed when I'm doing like that. When I'm speaking to young people as a young person myself, I will talk to them. Let us understand who we are, what type. I can't even sleep when I'm doing those things. So let us do izinto ezimotivateayo egameni lika Jesu. So mina sengiyahamba. I love you so much. uNkulunkulu angigcine sesizobonana ngoLwesithathu, where we are going to start another topic where we talk about confidence, believing in ourselves. I love you so much egameni lika Jesu. Ake sibone ukuthi sophuma ngaliphi iculo. Sophuma ngo Queen of the Palace ethi uthandiwe nawe.
Telling God